How's it going? Today we are taking a look at the Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Nest Global Alliance 2-pack Bumblebee and Infiltrator Soundwave. This was a weird pack for sure, just because it came with a comes with a weird-ish Bumblebee mold. Well, it comes with a actually I shouldn't say pretty, better Soundwave than what the Studio Series Soundwave is. Right off the bat, we are going to talk about the easy one, and we'll go with Bumblebee. It's just a Camaro. It's a slightly modified version of the 2007 mold. Essentially, the entire legs here are the same thing as the 2007 Bumblebee, but this entire front section of the Camaro is brand new, and that's because this mold was originally a preview toy for the movie, and called Cannon Bumblebee. So under these two panels here, you got two cannons that would pop out, and that's where he would get that name from. Nothing too spectacular. It's a Camaro. Comparisons, we're going to bring in deluxe class skids from Revenge of the Fallen. Why did I stutter? This is skids from Revenge of the Fallen, and that scales pretty well with the Chevy Beat. That's nose to nose. Yeah, it looks pretty well with each other. I've also got the Recon Ironhide. This one's a Frankenstein Recon Ironhide. So the front grille, or the front bumper, is not the right bumper. I plan on making a review on this guy if I can actually find a complete Recon Ironhide, because at least then I can retire this Frankenbot. And lastly, for Bumblebee, we will bring in we'll bring in Hunt for the Decepticons Bumblebee. And this is one of the few times where I will actually choose this version of the Bumblebee Camaro, because to me, the front here looks a little too wide. Looks a little too pushed in. You can actually see it best here. You try and line up the two front wheels. The Bumblebee here on the right is more squished compared to this one, and that I find is more accurate to the real car. That's just my opinion, though. That's pretty much how he scales with the Camaro, or with Cannon Bumblebee. And it's roughly the same size. If I go bumper to bumper in the rear, again, this one's more squished on his proportions compared to this one. But yeah, they pretty much scale with each other. And that's all I can really say about this one. They never really did much with this mold other than re-release it in Dark of the Moon. It came with like a 3-pack for Human Alliance. That's it. Roll him out of the way. Get back here. And we're going to bring back in Soundwave. Soundwave is, he's just the satellite mode. So let's just raise the camera quickly. I like the darker colors here of the Infiltrator Soundwave from the 2-pack, because it at least looks a lot darker, and that's pretty much all you saw of Soundwave in Revenge of the Fallen. It was all dark. And he also has a firing missile here in the back, which everyone online has all said they believe it's Ravage on his entry mode, but it's obviously in the wrong spot. But it does fire. Got it. Yeah, that's apparently That's apparently the doggy. Killer doggy. Anyway. Comparison. I bring in the Revenge of the Fallen Voyager Starscream. This is the Dark of the Moon repaint, but the same toy. And nose to satellite, they're pretty much the same length if you go to the tip of Starscream's fingers there in the back, and not the missiles. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Alright, so we're going to get into transformation now. We're going to start with the easy one. Go away. Start off with the easy one and being Bumblebee. Just like the last video, it's probably not going to be a full step-by-step review, but it's going to more or less be able to see what I'm doing and talk about what I like and I don't like. Which, we'll start off with the easy one here. We'll bring out his arms. And that's all you're going to do, because that becomes his upper torso. And that sucks. I wish it did the whole break apart just to look right. Reach into the cab of the car. Fold these down. Or, well, actually, unpeg the back of the car first. And then pull his both of his hips down. And then we can set everything there. For the interior, we're just going to push in the roof of the car. Bring it up. Make sure the windshield. We'll make sure the windshield folds in like that. And this is a issue on every copy I've seen at least, where the windshield does not have appropriate clearance to clear the front of the car as it comes down. So just going to fix everything there. Bring the front end of the car all the way down. These two pegs here have been an issue for many copies. For both versions of the toy I have, they fit just fine. That's the first time it's failed. Even then, it's just backed out. I've never had those two tabs fail on me before. And keep in mind, that's probably bias for me, because I bought this thing brand new, or at least sealed in box. For the rest of this, it's probably going to be familiar to a bunch of people if you own the original 2007 Deluxe. You just fold this side of the car up and then grab them by the foot, and it just auto-morphs all together. And that's a leg done. For the last bit of the transformation, it's simply just bringing up this hood of the front clip of the car and flipping out his head, and that is it for Bumblebee. Push you to the side for now. We're going to bring in Soundwave now. For him, it's going to be a little more clunky because everything here, other than the centerpiece that forms the chest of the satellite, or that will turn into his legs, they're the only things that tab in. This doesn't tab in, that doesn't tab in, that doesn't tab in. He is a bit of a clunky mess in satellite mode, but in my opinion, that's his charm as well. So we're going to split the red circle here that's in the center of the satellite. And you can see that it's like a double ball joint in there almost. You can't really see it. It's like a double ball joint in there almost. So we're going to shift the legs down. Probably the best way you can see it. Yeah. And you shift the legs down like that. And that's pretty much it for this part. When we go to here, we're essentially just going to untuck his hands from out of the chest. Shift them down into the torso here. Alright, straighten his arms out. Rotate those, angle those down like that. Same thing for this side, angle them down. There's a little panel here, we're going to flip that. That reveals his robot head. And for the rest of it, this is all like owner configuration. What I like to do for this, I take the centerpiece here, flip it around, at least it covers the satellite mode head. And for these, I just fold them up, rotate, angle like that, so it's positioned like that. And we're going to do it on the other side too. There we go. And for the rest of the transformation, we're just going to flip up his toes and flip out his heel. Set it all down, and that is Infiltrator Soundwave. And oh boy, from what I've seen for concept arts, this is at least accurate for Soundwave, the way he looks. Because the concept arts that I have seen for him for the movie, it's a big chunky robot that turned into a satellite. Bumblebee, on the other hand, oh boy. So the front end of the Camaro still does not do, you can see anything. Front end of the Camaro still does not do anything. Arms simply on a ball joint here. They do gorilla arms, but at least his thumb is articulated. This is another main issue. You put your thumb or you put anything on the wrong way around his abdomen area, it'll push it all out. Alright, arms come in. Arms will rotate up and down. Gorilla on the other side. Legs, front, back. Barely any back. And that's it for Soundwave. So yeah, that's Bumblebee, nothing really special. His automorph does fail from the looks of it because that's little pressure and his automorph is going in. Downside is my collection is a lot of old toys. So I'll actually bring you back in for a second. We'll do size comparison. Here he is with the Hunt for Decepticons Deluxe Bumblebee. If you can stand up, not like an idiot. And this is what I mean by the chest coming apart and forming. At least this, for me, looks a lot better than that. And this one's a little bit of a short king compared to the obviously better Bumblebee. Here we have Autobot Skids from this line. He will get his own review eventually. If that does happen, I'm going to show a known problem for the twins. More on that later. I don't feel like transforming Ironhide, so we'll bring in Starscream again. That works. I got him fairly stubby, so let's try and get him standing properly. There we go. That's how he looks with Starscream. So we'll bring you out of the way. Soundwave, he is a little more articulable. His head is on a ball joint, can go left, right, up and down, a whole lot of down. Legs can go forward, barely any back. He's got thigh rotation. Arms are on like a double arm joint, so it can go gorilla in and out. Shoulders on a full ball joint. Technically, you could cheat an ab crunch like that, but then that's breaking everything in the back there apart. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. just for fun, I just got this a lot recently. I'm going to bring in animated Volca. He shook the table, and I didn't mean to do that. That's how they... So they're tiny. But that's also comparing a leader to a deluxe. And yeah. If you guys are into old toys like me, and you want to try and add a certain Bumblebee or Soundwave to your collection, try and pick this Soundwave up on his own. And if you want a Bumblebee, it's pretty obvious on which one to get. If you're looking for this exact set yourself, I picked them up on eBay for about $65 sealed for this 2-pack, which I thought was fairly good for something that's sealed. And other than that, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, have a good night.